Joe Rogan is a friend of mine. Joe Rogan will always be a friend of mine. And Joe Rogan is a very kind person. He's got a good heart. He does a lot, and he's done a lot for this podcast and helping us, and sometimes, pushing us in directions that have benefited us and sometimes not, but that has nothing to do with him in terms of like people that we have worked with that just didn't fit our needs. But he has given us a path in how to actually help with our show. And our show has grown because of him, but in terms of him helping us and guiding us. That all being said, I've known Joe for a long time. And I'm not going to get into the breakdown of it all. He is someone who's got a big heart. He's somebody that all he's doing is trying to create dialogue to seek the truth. And it doesn't matter who he has on and what the information is. He lets people talk, and he lets them plead their case, whatever it is. And he sometimes will rebuttal them, and sometimes he won't. And sometimes he'll agree with them, and sometimes he will literally get on them and say, hey, this is not the way it is. This is not what you guys said. This is not how these facts or these things work. All of those things being said, but he does it in a way, that long format that not many people that I've ever been around can do or ever seen do, and do it in a way that is very respectful and leaves a lot to like continue to want to watch and be desired. Like, I want to watch more. I want to listen to more. I want to hear from everyone. I want to hear from both sides. I want to hear everything that he presents, and the way he structures his information and the way he structures his comments is to make sure that it's not one-sided. He's pulling out more information from people and letting them discuss what they believe. And John, he is a very good person who, and all of the levels, in podcast Dave will even, I think, say this, there are comments all over social media right now for people that are trying to block him, cancel him, whatever. But there is a ton of people trying, 100% trying to support him and saying what I just said a second ago about him helping he doesn't need to help us. He doesn't need to help not just us, but all of the people that he works with or friends with or becomes friends with, fighters that, he could say that they're pretty much beneath him. They're not on his level. They don't bring, whatever it is they don't bring to the table. That's not him. He's brought every single person, and he tries to bring them to a level that could be possibly is equal to them. He's talked people into doing things that will be beneficial to them. And I'll give you a perfect example, and almost everyone here that's listening to the show will 100% agree. He took Brendan Schaub out of the fight game and put him on a platform that he created. Brendan created it on his own. I get it. But he helped him get to the point of where Brendan is now. And I think Brendan will 100% tell you that. And I just believe that he has done that for so many people, that he has got such a big heart. And for this to be happening, you guys got to start looking at what the objectives are for everyone on the outside. And that's what, just take an open mind and look at it from the outside. Don't look at anything other than the fact that why is this happening to someone who's got such a huge following? And remember, if it can be done to him, it can be done to anybody. And do you want to be one day that person? That's pretty much all I'm going to say about this. I mean, I'm a big fan of Joe Rogan, and he's a friend of mine.
Well, I agree with you in that. First off, Joe Rogan's a friend of mine, and I'm going to say that I've known Joe since UFC 12. That's when he was first hired to be the backstage guy. It was this actually pretty thin, skinny comedian guy that I was like, who the fuck is this guy? He had hair. He's a good-looking guy. And I started talking to him in the airport and talking fights and talking things. And we started just really talking martial arts, because he was coming from this Taekwondo background. And honestly, immediately I was kind of like, oh, shit. But then he started telling me I'm training with Carlson Gracie, and I'm doing this and doing that. And what about this? And immediately you could see, hey, this guy he's got a pretty good grasp of what's going on in this. And hey, this guy's kind of smart. I'm going to say this about it. People are always going to take shots at people at the top. Joe Rogan is at the top. Joe Rogan is as good a human being. He doesn't have a racist bone in his body. He's as good a human being as you'll find. He has done exactly what you said. He has started more podcasts for people, helped them start, got them going, told them this is what you need to do, and pushed them in that direction and given them that shove that they needed to actually get it going, and has changed people's lives in that fashion. He's done things as far as what people don't know about Joe and what he's done for people. I've been all over the world. I've seen all kinds of unbelievable things. I've seen horrible things in my life. I've seen fantastic things in my life. And I've seen a lot of different people. And I've seen some people that, they can, other people on the outside say, oh, he's a great guy. Nope, he's not. He's evil. I can tell you that right now just by being around him. Joe Rogan is one of the good guys. He's one of those guys that, like I said, he would give you the shirt off his back if he thought that your purpose was right. He doesn't have that mean bone in him. And I'm just going to say this. Anybody out there who thinks that, you can sit here and say that you never did something that a year, 10 years down the line, someone's going to say that was wrong. We all have, because, we're human beings. And sometimes, we have drank too much and, we're getting stupid with our friends, and it's possible, you can say something. You can't go back in time and take something from the past and bring it to the future. You have people that want to try to cancel Joe because Joe has become pretty much the news or the media that you can trust in this world. And all I can tell you is this: if you don't like Joe Rogan, that's okay. That is your choice. Doesn't bother me in the least, but I will always support Joe Rogan. I will always tell you he's a good guy. I will always, to the last dying breath I have, no, he doesn't have a racist bone in his body. He's a good human being, and I only wish the best for him in the past, at the present, and in the future.